shout out yesterday. I thought that was really cool. So Brianna Reyes is going to be with us any second, guys. She's waving at me right now. So let's go ahead and get started. And then I got some great news to share with you guys afterwards. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great, great. Thank you for that shout out yesterday. That was really cool.
Oh, of
I saw that.
course.
I saw it at the end of the day, and I was like, "Man, this is really cool." Because I normally reach out to those I'm about to interview and just to confirm, and you
Mhm.
confirmed it for me. So I was like, "Okay, awesome. She's ready to go." Awesome. So please, good morning again, and please introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
Hi, my name is Brianna Reyes. I'm a lot of things. I'm a singer, I'm an actress, I'm a dancer. I love doing the arts. I've done it for about like my entire life, actually. I came out of the womb dancing. Um, but I really love just like the human connection that is like through the arts. I think it's a really beautiful thing, and I love to connect with people in that way. And I'm not really good at anything else. So,
Okay, I mean that's enough right there. That's totally enough. But yeah, thank you for you got a busy schedule. I mean, I think you were on iHeartRadio last week or something, and
yes.
now you're here with us. So thank you again for taking time for us in your busy schedule.
Thank you
Um,
for having me.
sure, sure, my pleasure. So let's get started.
Mhm.
How did it feel to grow up in Canada? I've never been there. I've heard about it, but I've never been there. Tell us about it.
It's it was lovely. I really liked it. I was born in Toronto, but then I was kind of raised right outside of it in Barrie, Ontario, which is now like a bigger city, but at the time it was a smaller town.
Okay.
Um It was very beautiful. I'm still really close with all of my friends from there. We still talk on like a daily basis with all of us.
Okay.
It's a beautiful country. I think it's lovely, but I was really young when I lived there, and I
Okay.
moved like when I was like 7. I ended up moving, and I moved to Colombia with my like mom's family, but we did a year sabbatical where we traveled around the world, and I remember more of that
Okay.
too. So I had a very bizarre childhood.
No, I mean that sounds pretty exciting. Can you tell us more about that? I mean, traveling around the world.
Yeah. Yeah. So my parents basically they were just like, the plan was to move to the United States, and that was always like their plan. Like they wanted to move here.
Okay.
And they were like, but what if we like took a year off and we traveled?
Wow.
So they sold the house, and what they did with the money for the house, they didn't put it into savings or nothing. They just were like, let's go travel.
That's actually
And we did about a year and 3 months of just straight traveling
okay.
throughout Europe, throughout like South America. We did all over. I think I went around 2 dozen countries total. I
Oh,
know, I
wow.
know, very a lot.
Okay.
And then I now I ended up being very cultured, but I was like at a really like it was really funny because it was when I was in first grade, so I never learned how to read until like third grade. So
Okay.
I came back to school and I was like really behind on everything, but I knew a lot about history. Like I knew all of that. So
Okay. So, what would be your top three favorite countries that you visited?
I really like Austria.
Okay.
I got to go to Vienna, and it was just absolutely beyond my wildest dreams. It was the most beautiful thing ever. Um, I really enjoyed I also enjoyed Poland because I really like pierogies, so I ate a lot of those, and it was a great time for me.
Okay.
And I love Italy. It's beautiful.
Nice. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So, uh, you didn't learn to read until third grade. How long? I mean, even do you remember like how long did it take you to catch on?
So the thing with languages with me is it's like a struggle every day because I'm bilingual, but I grew up with both English and Spanish. So I was just behind on both. So for the longest time, I wasn't good at either language. I was just existing.
Okay.
And with reading, in that year sabbatical, I hadn't spoken any English for like a The one that my friends point out the most is that I say sorry and like, oh, we're about to go to the house and all that. Like we say things like a little differently, but it's fading. The
Oh,
more I'm in America, the more it's like going away.
studies. So she loves to hear stuff like this. So I'm definitely going to share with her. I think she's still on, but yeah, I mean, this is awesome. Yeah. So okay, in addition to growing up in Canada and traveling all around the world, when did you first decide that you wanted to sing and you wanted to do all the things that you do? Like where did that start?
I will say that this has kind of always just been my life. Like this is I've like my parents always joke about the fact that we never had the radio on in the car because I would be the one like belting my heart out to like whatever was like popular.
Okay.
And I've always known that this is what I want to do. I've never seen myself doing any other career path. This has been my livelihood for so long. I'm so like obsessed with it.
Mhm.
I can't get enough of it.
Wow. So are you able to sing in different languages?
I am. I'm able to sing some in Spanish. I mainly sing in English.
Okay.
I do love a lot of Spanish music, and I wanna delve into the other languages because I do think that like language is so beautiful, and I wanna learn, but I also need to like lock in on like learning the two that I have so far.
I understand. I get it. I get it. Awesome. So, wow. With all that you do, how do you find time to, um, I don't know, do classwork, do school stuff? Like, how do you merge all that into your busy lifestyle?
I'm a crazy night owl. I
Okay.
love to like stay up late and I usually wake up early too. So it's like my sleep schedule is gone, gone. But
Okay.
I have this lovely, lovely, like my teachers are so lovely. And I have a really great online program that's made for students that have my type of schedule.
Really?
So they're very, very flexible, very understanding. So it's lovely. I have the support from my teachers too.
That's amazing. So I guess in between, being on stage, you go to the side and do a little homework real quick, and then you jump back on stage. Is that kind
Honestly, yeah. I remember I was doing a professional production of Christmas Carol last year at the Shakes, and
of?
I was working like 10-hour days. And I would be like on my lunch breaks at Panera, like typing away, doing my homework, and then I would go back to work. So
Okay. So, with that in mind, like, how do you, what is your circle like? How supportive are they of you and your lifestyle? And, they understand you got to perform 1 minute, you got some homework to do in the next second. How do they, assist you in that?
I love my friends. I like that I sometimes can go MIA
Mhm.
because of how my life is, and I'll just like randomly pop up one place and then disappear for like 2 weeks and then I'll come up another day. But I love them. They always, when I have my days off, they're always like, can we hang out? And I say, yes, please. Like let's get me out of this house. It's so nice.
That's cool.
I love
So,
them.
so, so what are some of your favorite things to do? Like favorite spots to go, favorite foods, things of that nature.
I okay. I probably already brought this up. I love pierogies.
Okay.
It's like it was a problem for like 2 weeks. It was all I ate, and it was so bad. Like
Wow.
my parents were so concerned for me. They're like, Brianna, like that's not good. And I'm like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Um, I frequent a lot of like the little downtowns in like Central Florida. So like there's like downtown Deland, downtown Sanford, Winter Park, Winter Garden. I love walking around those places. It's lovely. And obviously the theme parks. Oh, yeah.
Disney, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. So, what's the next? Well, I don't know if you can share it or not, but is there an upcoming project that you're working on that you are excited about that you can share?
Today, I'm going back to the music studio to see what we're cooking up there.
Okay.
And then I have a movie that's filming in Puerto Rico in April of next
Yes.
year. So that's very
Oh,
exciting.
so everything's going to be Spanish speaking. There's no English.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. So how
And
do you feel about that?
it's my first movie credit, and I'm playing a principal role, and I'm very excited. I've literally I never it was the funniest like audition because
Okay.
I never auditioned. They I was like my mom had done some talking with like the producers, but
Hmm.
I never had a formal audition, and they had basically seen all that I posted on social media and was like, this is our Martha. And then they offered me the role on spot, and I'm like, okay,
Interesting.
I
Okay.
know.
I'm glad that you mentioned that. I work with with a small group of young people, young creatives, and I've been telling them like the importance of like posting your stuff. It's like your online resume, because people will
Hmm.
go through and they'll like, okay, I like her, I like him, I like his style, and they'll just reach out to you based on what they see because it's like authentic, it's original, it's just you.
Yeah.
So can you speak to like how important it is to just whatever it is that you do, sing, dance, whatever, how important it is to like use social media to like promote yourself.
I will say I used to be so like embarrassed with posting myself, and I think with like people my age too, like I totally get it, like the embarrassment of like embarrassment, like you get
Yeah,
shy of like, okay, like I don't really want to post myself doing that, like people might make fun of me. And like I think it's a matter of like it's networking, and it will get you it can get you so many opportunities that you
right,
wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Like I found it to be so worth it, and everything's on social media now. Like the networking part, like you want it, like people connect on social media a lot, and I
right.
think it was so worth it, at least for me. So I recommend it.
Awesome. Now, in the video that you posted yesterday, you mentioned 5 things about yourself. I would love for you to share those 5 things again because I want you to elaborate on each one of them briefly.
All right. So the first one was that I was born and raised in Canada,
Hmm.
and that was an adventure. Still love them. I still travel up there as much as I can. It's lovely. I love it there. Um, Second one was that I've been to 2 dozen countries.
Hmm.
Um, that was a whole adventure. That was
Yes.
I
Yes.
plan on going to a lot more, and I will go to a lot more. I do travel a lot, so that's my excitement. The third one is that I did theater for around 10 years, which,
Huh?
oh, I love theater. It has like a special place in my heart. There's nothing like live theater for me. I love it. I think it's just so good. I like that things can like go wrong, and it's okay. It's
Yeah.
theater, you know. I love the applause. I live for that. It's beautiful. And then my first language being Spanish, and me doing my Spanish film.
Excellent, excellent. So I thought that was really cool because you like summarize like everything in like a matter of like a minute, and I think that's really it's almost like a elevator speech. You just kind of gave it everything in one like yeah. I don't even think it was 30 seconds. I mean, you did a great job. And thank
Thank
you again
you.
for our little shout out. How important is it for young people who are getting into the industry to just like you mentioned networking earlier? How
Mhm.
important is that?
I think that I mean, networking makes or breaks a person. To be in this industry, you need to be you need to learn to be a people person, because I'm more of a homebody, believe it or not. But like, I like to be I get really shy, and I get really nervous, and you just need to learn to like put that all aside and get in the headspace of this is for the better of my career, and this is helping me for my future.
Right,
And you get to know really cool people.
you do.
You get to meet a lot of really cool people. I love networking.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It works better than most people think. So yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely encourage that. Yeah, be wise. Somebody seems
of
wrong.
course.
Yeah, but in other words, I mean, I think that's great advice. I wish in a social media atmosphere, it's kind of hard for people just to kind of just talk to each other. So
Yeah.
you encouraging them to do so, I think, is amazing. So you mentioned being like a little nervous, a little shy. How do you get over that? How do you get over that? Is that something that you can just totally block off when the camera comes on or when you're on stage, it just goes away? How does that work?
I get really nervous. So I used to be the type of person that I would get nervous in an audition and it would get so bad. Like I would be sweating, I would be like my legs would be shaking and I just wouldn't audition anymore. I would just like literally I would just would give up. And I mean, I grew up with like immigrant parents, so they did tough love that out of me too. But other than that, I realized that I like I was wasting part of my life just with fear that I didn't want to wake up in 20 years and think, oh, like I could have been something, I could have done something with this if I had just kept going, if I wasn't so shy.
Right,
That
right.
now I know how to just switch it off and I'll still get nervous. I still get nervous. Everyone does. It's normal. But I switch it off and I just like I got this. I'll just, like lock in and then I get it done.
Well, you know what? Speaking of locking in, I heard that phrase for the very first time like last year, like over a year ago, and it came from Leland. I
Leland.
I never heard it before. I was like, that's kind of cool because I mean, we were going over some lines and stuff, and he's like, okay, I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I'm like, interesting. I like that terminology. That was kind of cool. So,
Love Leland.
yeah, I was like, that is really cool. I've been using it ever since. But yeah, I love how you were able to do that and just like, okay, I'm nervous. Let me lock in and do what I need to do. I think that's good advice for anybody doing anything. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
fear will hinder you and slow you down, but you got to get over it and just move out there and put yourself out there. So that's awesome. That is really
Yeah,
awesome.
of course.
So, have you been to Colorado by any chance?
I actually have. I went this last summer
Okay.
because my brother was like becoming like kind of like a counselor for like a middle school camp. And my parents were like, this is a really good excuse to like drop you off. And then we stayed for like an extra week.
Okay.
Um, and we were in like the Denver area. We went
Okay.
to Golden. We went
Nice.
to we did the White River rafting. It was beautiful.
Excellent.
Colorado's like I think like top two states like ever. I think it was the most beautiful place I think I'd been in a while. It was so stunning.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, you guys got to
Loved
come
it.
back. You got to come back. It is beautiful. We love it here. We've been here for about 10 years now. Came from Delaware on the East Coast, but we love
Hmm.
it. We love it here.
It's stunning. I love it.
It is, especially I mean with the fall. The fall lasts about a month, so you really got to get out there and enjoy it because before you know it, we get our first snow and it's over. But
Oh no, I get it, Canadian,
yeah, but it's still beautiful. So what was the other question I had for you? Okay, I wrote this down. Actually, I typed it on my phone here. Give me 1 second. This is really
No,
cool.
you're good. Take your
So I
time.
was I was going through your page and I was like, this is pretty awesome. I never hold on a second. Let me pull it up real quick. Here we go. I thought this was cool. iHeartRadio. That was an awesome interview, by the way.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well done. Now I'm looking at you on stage and I'm seeing okay, here it is. And it's funny, I don't know if you can it went away. There it is. Okay. Can you explain this one to me? What was going on here?
Oh my god.
What's that about?
So basically, well, I did theater. There was a large overlap
Okay.
between me and like my competition dance and like my dance
Okay.
days with my theater days. And my mom and I started this my like Brianna Reyes acting account because I have a personal, obviously everyone does. And we started this account and I almost like I really want everyone to know that this is like not like something you just randomly came up with. Like you've been on this grind. And I was like,
Right.
oh, so you want to post the bang and the side part? Oh, okay, mom. Oh, okay.
It looks
And she posted a lot of very funny photos of me.
wow. I mean, it looks great. It looks great. It shows another side. I think it's awesome. It's good to hear and see the origin story, and that helps us realize that you don't just arrive, but there's a process, there's a journey, and
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, like this one is awesome. I mean, I love this. This is
Oh, that was my first like big production. I loved the shakes.
this is awesome. So when you're on stage, do you like again? Do you like lock in? Do you go into a certain zone where you block out? Do you even see the audience?
I do. I
You do?
actually
Okay.
do. I I get really quiet
Hmm.
and I try to get like into like a state of zen, one would say,
Okay.
where like especially for like live theater, like especially when I'm backstage and I'm with like an entire cast of people, like I'm like I kind of like sit there and I like get really quiet and I get into the performance mode. I
Okay.
guess that's part of my method, I guess. But I do see the audience. I do see the reactions and I do feed off of their reactions a lot. So if they're like kind of dead, I'm kind of dead. But it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Reciprocity. Okay, that's good. That is good. So, what advice would you have for those who want to sort of follow your footsteps, kind of do what you do? What would be the first three things that they should do to enter into, acting, singing? Like, what do you suggest?
What I suggest, if you go to in-person school,
Hmm.
I know people make fun of it. I don't care. Join that drama club. It like I
Okay.
promise if your school offers it, it
Hmm.
will give you that like most of the skills that I've gotten, it's
Hmm.
based off of experience, like what I've learned on the job. So I couldn't recommend that more. And you meet some of the greatest people
Right.
and it will get you where you need to be. It'll get you started. And I think it's
Right.
really great to start getting a resume and whatever credits you can get. Um, I do recommend a voice teacher. I recommend a voice if you want to get into specifically singing. You
Okay.
got to learn that how your voice works. You got to learn the mechanics, the warm ups you need to do, all of it. I couldn't recommend it more. It's
Okay.
lovely. I recommend. Um, and put yourself out there. Post that post on your like post that singing video. Do
Hmm.
it. Like post yourself. I think
Good.
that's the best thing you can do, especially with how the industry works now. You got to post yourself.
I
You
agree.
got to do it.
I totally agree. And I thank you for that. I'm definitely going to share it with my students because I see a lot of talented young folks and they're just kind of nervous and they're awkward. They're like, man, you gotta let somebody know what you do, what you can do. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a huge advocate for that. But definitely thank you for that advice. How can we support you and what you're doing?
You can stream my new song, Too Much for Quiet. It's on all platforms. It came out last Friday, so it's been about a week now.
Okay, congratulations.
Um, Thank you. So you should totally stream that. Like, I think it's
Okay,
pretty good. I love it.
awesome. So did you write that or what inspired that?
I got to co-write it with Matt McEwen. It's basically about teenage insecurity. I obviously I talked about how I was a really shy person. I was a chronic people pleaser, and I really just hated myself. And I wasn't reaching my full potential that I could have been doing. And that song, I kind of like let it all out, and I could close that chapter of my life with
Wow,
that song. And now I can be myself.
excellent. So it's like your own personal theme song.
Yeah.
I like that. So what's next? Is that a single that was released and there's an album coming afterwards? Or?
I we're looking into seeing if a possible album could happen. I'm definitely an actor first,
Oh,
so songwriting and like singing has been kind of like a side hustle for me. But I am really loving it, and I am making more music. So I'm kind of seeing where it organically goes.
gotcha.
But I really enjoy it, and I think it's really beautiful.
Okay. I mean, would you consider maybe starring in a film and then your song or your music is like the soundtrack for it?
Yeah. Oh, that would be beautiful. That would be a dream. I would love it.
Awesome. Awesome. We should talk. We should talk. Okay. Anyway, but thank you for your time, your energy, your passion, your professionalism, and thank you again for just supporting because when we do like we do these little flyers and we kind of post like who's coming on the show and sometimes they'll share it sometimes they don't but you were constantly just kind of putting it out there and we really appreciate that. I mean, it just helps them, helps us. But thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. And when you see Leland, tell him I said hi and congratulations on his new film or one of his new films. He's always doing a lot of stuff.
He's
uh,
always booked
yeah,
and busy.
yeah, you guys got to do something together.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we can make that happen. So. Anyway, thank you again. Any last words? Anything for your support group or followers or friends?
I love you guys so much. Y'all are my faves.
Awesome. Thank you, Brianna. Appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you. You too. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Talk to you later. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. That was Brianna Reyes, singer, actor. She does a variety of different things, and she does them all really well. So, guys, continue to support her. And thank you all for coming on the show. I normally just go back and make sure I yeah, wave back to everyone that came on. Thank you guys for your support. Really appreciate it. Yes, so please check out her single, stream it, share it. And as far as we're concerned, guys, we just launched this morning our sequel to A Little Lift 2. Please, if you haven't seen